Mick and Amanda having a chat. Take one of only one. You've only got one chance.
Every time I shed tears in the last past years, when I pass through the hills. Oh.
We started doing songs that had a surrealistic vibe and a lot of natural elements, and it started to have a very particular sound.
Amanda has very strong ideas about how things should be. We started working on all sorts of different songs and actually quite a few songs that were not duets, which we turned into duets, like Phantasmagoria into
Milk and Honey,
Love is a Battlefield,
Sung to the Siren,
and Lost Something in the Hills.
Yeah.
Or none of which were originally duets, but which all, I suppose we were looking for songs that could have that interaction, or where the lyrics suggested the potential to have a dialogue, and that's kind of a big part of the album. The idea of the album was just to have that kind of thing. So, it's kind of gone beyond, apart from the original works that are in there and the song by Simon Vini, sort of my friend now. Most of the songs are what people call covers, but they're quite different in that they've been adapted into quite a different form by being turned into duets, and there's at least three songs that are translations. There's sort of three songs that stem from translations, or one there. So there's a lot of what I prefer to call the work that I do in that way interpretations or interpretive, and there's certainly a lot of interpretive work on the recordings.
The translations in particular were from songs in Spanish. There's one song that we did in both languages. We worked on the translations together, and that song is The Blue Unicorn. And I also translated a song from Luis Eduardo Aute, and he helped me correct the English in it.
Maybe. Or maybe I was tricking you. The album kind of stems from exchanges during the pandemic, when everyone couldn't travel and all this sort of stuff. And a lot of people have delved into the ideas around, the difficulty of that, and have responded to the pandemic. The songs on this record are dealing with the perennial bigger issues about love and mortality and why we're here or something. Why are we even here at all? So to just move through that whole period and still stay focused on those things, and having a personal exchange with one other person in a way, this dialogue that we have through the album, and it goes through a lot of different ideas, I guess, about relationships and communication, is to me was really important to keep that kind of thing front and centre, rather than indulging, I would say, in topicality. And it's also a product of the situation, very much so, because that's how we ended up having such a strong connection and even began the whole idea. So it's come out of the circumstances of the pandemic. It's been really lovely working with you, and we mastered the album today and replaced the last issue on it. And so here we are. We should really be popping a bottle of champagne or something, of which both of us would drink about that much probably. So, but we should really be celebrating tonight somehow. We should be.
Yeah, we should.
Why are we doing this interview? We should be having a nice time somewhere, celebrating.
Oh yeah.
And having a going wee.
Wee.
And
that's right.
Yeah, and on to the next thing.
On to the next thing.
Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, it started being something a bit like I wasn't sure about if I would be able to cope with the whole thing, but then it really became something that I was truly invested in, and it felt natural and it felt right, and I just it just.
And you produced, and you were the boss, so it's okay.
and now I'm a bit like, oh, it's going to be out there. But
it's always like that with every album. It's like that. You kind of work on this thing, and at some point you have to let it go. You don't have to. You could just sit on it and never release it. But I mean, once it's released, it's not just yours anymore, and it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. It's a very weird thing because music has the ability to be very intimate and personal, and while you're working on it in your own space, you have that kind of relationship with it in a way. And I've never really thought about what's going to happen with my music once it goes out there. Perhaps this one will remain a bit more personal than most albums I've been involved in, actually, because of the exchange that's going on all the time. But you have to let go of it. It's like, see you later.
Yeah, see you
it's
later.
Not ours anymore.
No.
I think it's the brief. Whenever we'd be working on a new song.
Yeah.
Well, as a new song would come up to try and work through, and or Amanda would suggest something, and I'd go, sometimes I'd be like, what am I going to do with that song?
Yeah.
And I'd say, and I'd think, I'll just ask him, so how do you want this song to be? What do you think I should do? She'd just say, just make it really slow and depressing, and then it'll be okay. And I'd be like,
yeah.
And I was always like, right, okay, easy.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, that was.
But they're not all slow and depressing. The intention throughout is slow and depressing. I hope you guys like it.
I hope you guys like it. Yeah. We hope the album is very depressing for everyone.
Cut!
No, that was my favorite bit.
Along a float on shipless oceans, I did all